Hey guys, this is Spider here at TexasFighting.com. I'm here with Scott Templeton, Micheal Crawford. Gentlemen, thank you for inviting me out here first and foremost. I wanted to throw out a couple of questions. I'm sorry?
Long journey, huh?
No, yeah, it's actually a good drive, and it's a story to tell my grandchildren someday. So it's actually a storm brewing outside, so makes for a better story.
Literally.
Definitely, man. I'll go ahead and catch a clip out of this. A couple rain. Now, we are here, man, for one thing, and this is to get information on the company Torque.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about it as far as the name, where it came from.
It goes back about probably a year, from now. Last August, September, our partner Scott James, who founded BSN Supplement Company and sold BSN about 2 years ago. He moved to Texas from Florida. And at that point, when he moved to Texas, we're pretty heavy on the martial art industry here already, and we got the call and we started chit-chatting about ideas and projects, and one thing led to another, and we started talking about building a new MMA brand that could integrate some of the fitness markets and the martial art and mixed martial arts, and even some of the supplement markets. And with his background and my background, actually I founded the martial art division of Dahlimer Sports Services, which is based here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Right.
I founded it back in 2005 and ran with it up until now. And then Mike, he has some background with Sure Dog. You want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, actually, I just sold and owned my portion of Shop Sure Dog. I had it with my partner, Jeff Mulholland, who owns the Throwdown Training Center. And yeah, I've been in the mixed martial art industry since 2004, in the sport industry, sport nutrition industry even before that. So these guys picked me up, and happy to be here with them and take this journey and take Torque to a new level.
No, definitely. Welcome to Texas, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, as far as like you were saying, I mean, the company, there's a lot of experience behind this.
Mm-hmm.
The main brand, as you speak of the Torque, I mean, it's so wide. The name itself can carry pretty much anywhere. I mean, are you guys looking to actually branch off into other projects?
Yes, yeah, we already are. And I don't think I've fully answered your original question, to where we just kind of brainstormed to talk about new names and new products and what else is not being done out there. And that one thing led to another. We started to establish a pretty unique partnerships and team behind us, and that's when we reached out with Mike and other guys like that. And then we already had a pretty strong foundation in MMA and understanding. He had a strong relationship with the UFC through BSN. I had a previous relationship with the UFC through Dahlimer, and so that was a strong foundation. But there are many different things that we're looking at. We're looking at some of the X Games. We're looking at some of the Baja circuits, and just general athletic performance, not just pigeonholed as a MMA company.
No, for sure, and that's one thing. I mean, like you were saying, I mean, there's so many companies trying to fight for one fighter. I mean, as far as wearing one shirt, the fact that you guys are gonna do a variety of things, it's a great business move.
Right.
Now, this company, it is based out of here in Texas. I mean, as far as the product itself, who else is going to be wearing or actually being sponsored by this? Can you guys give us a few names, maybe?
Yeah. Well, there's among that we have a strong integration into CrossFit. And there's a lot of CrossFitters that that are already wearing our gear, our compression shorts and stuff like that. And then once we started to get a little momentum, what we didn't want to do is just pay endorsed athletes like every other company. Go to shows and get an athlete to come to your booth, and for them to sit and stare at their cell phone and text while giving you an autograph. So what we did is, through our connections, and specifically through our partner Scott, we made a connection and reached out to Uriah Faber. And one of the things that we asked of him is that, because he was with a previous brand that had strong backing, but they didn't do very well. They didn't have direction. So we reached out to Uriah, and we were like, instead of just being a general endorsed athlete, or a sponsored athlete, why don't you be a partner, equity partner? And it went really well. There were some creative differences originally, but then one thing led to another, in that we were more vertically aligned with our ideas and vision. Then we had differences, so there wasn't much to disagree with. So it took us a little while. We had to kind of bang hands a little bit creatively, but beyond that, one thing led to another, and now we have a firm partnership. It's a solid partnership, and you know, now he's on the team. You know, as a co-owner, you know, with him fighting this weekend in the main event, you know, it's gone nuts. You know, he's got 220,000 followers on Twitter,
nice,
230,000 followers on Facebook, and I think they're all female.
I would say so.
No, definitely. I mean, I think that's where they're all at. You know, they ain't following us, that's for sure. So,
yeah.
you know, that's a great concept. I mean, the name itself, it's has a spark to it, literally. I mean, it's very explosive. It says a lot. Are you guys literally feeding off the energy? I mean, the positive influence that it's giving the company. I mean, it's actually a very positive name.
It is, and more importantly, it's the relationships that are involved in the partnership, what's creating the positive buzz. We're getting calls. We had a call today from the United Kingdom that wants to carry our product, and you know, we have Australia, the Netherlands, you know, and Japan and China that want to already carry it because, fortunately, you know, he's good at what he's good at, and you know, I'm relatively good at what I am, but we don't have a global network that was brought to the table through Scott James, frankly, and what he brought to the table is immediate legitimacy on a global scale. That we could integrate and grow internationally, you know, and then so what that did, to answer your question, it does create positivity because there's a stalemate in the market right now.
Right.
In the MMA market, there's some at the top, there's not very many in the middle, and there's a lot of guys at the bottom fighting for, you know, t-shirt sales that are kind of chasing each other's tail. And then what that did right out of the gate before we even really got started, because of Scott's background with global distribution, you know, global network, we got picked up by AAFES, you know, right off the bat. AAFES is the Army Air Force Exchange Service, so we're going to be, you know, the first and only martial arts company globally distributed, you know, 30 different military bases all over the globe before we even get started.
No, you see, and that's a good start. You know, it's definitely,
it's very humbling.
You know, the ball has literally started rolling before you guys are even at full force. I mean, there's still a lot of growth to be done. As far as you were saying, Faber will be fighting. It is actually tomorrow, and you know, I wish him the best of luck, man. I mean, he's actually got a tough opponent. I think he's going to test him, but he will prevail. He will get the win, and you know, you guys will definitely, like you say, he's a partner. So I mean, after this,
and he asked for that opponent. You know, he didn't ask for an easy match. He asked for. What's scary about him is that he's kind of relatively unknown, but he's really good. Yeah. So you know, but for him to put himself in that position of challenge gives you a little bit of insight on his character. You know.
No, for sure. I mean, he doesn't want to be He doesn't want any excuses not to, you know, be a champion. I mean, he's held the title before. He's actually WEC. I mean, UFC. He's still a top competitor. You know, Boral. I mean, he is a tough opponent, but then again, you know, so is Faber. So with that said, anything else you can give us an input on as far as like what you have going on after? Actually, I wanted to ask about Europa. Mm-hmm. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that as far as, you know, what the take is going to be?
Yeah, we have. There's 4 shows, Europa Sports Expos throughout the United States. We have Orlando, Hartford, Dallas, and Phoenix, and we've already done Orlando and Hartford this year, and then we have one in Dallas, which is August 17th and 18th. And if you want to meet Uriah, come on out. He's going to be at the booth August 18th at the Dallas Convention Center, and August 17th we have the Legacy Fighting Championships. It's Pro MMA that Friday night, but we have a 18-year history of growth, you know, here in Dallas, and that's why we have the ability to expand. And then we'll have upwards of 65,000 people under one roof. We have the Torque Grappling Championships, you know, at the event. Have 1,000 competitors. CrossFit has 650 competitors.
Nice.
We have karate, taekwondo, you know, bodybuilding, strongman, anything. You know, right in the middle of you have a car show, you know. But
nice.
That's August 17th and 18th, and the next one is Phoenix, October 20th. And we're fully integrated into the show. And if you want to come out and see the Torque Lambo and the Torque American Chopper, that's going to be out there, right in the middle of our booth.
Nice.
You know, it's a good time. Come on out. If you want more information on that, go to EuropaExpo.com.
Oh, and that is going to be the last event for this year in August?
Dallas is going to be the second to last.
Okay.
The last one is October 20th in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, okay.
Yeah, we'll be out there at the Convention Center in Phoenix, and then. But I would say to end, you know, especially if you want to get more information on the brand, you know, go to torque1.net. But more importantly, we'd like for you to contact our guy Mike here. He's going to hook you guys up at your schools, at your gyms, at your retail stores, right?
He's going to be doing all the footwork, huh?
Do the hard work.
Street soldier. You know, but what I'd like to do is take this time to thank some of the online retailers. There were many people that picked up, you know, the UFC 149 Uriah walkout shirts this week,
right?
Which we just got in, couldn't keep in stock. Many shipments have had to come in to replace all the shirts that were ordered. So you know, with that being said, I'd like to thank some of the the guys that picked it up. ShopSheerDog.com, MMAOverload.com, CarnalDamage.com. Thank you guys for supporting us. We really appreciate it, and we are looking to build a very strong relationship and grow the business with all of our retailers.
Very nice, man. Anything else you guys want to add before we end this?
No, everything's bigger and better in Texas, man.
There you go. It is now with this company, so definitely it's going to be. I'm excited. All right, thank you guys.
All right, take care.